If you appreciate our content, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. That will really help us to reach more people. Thank you.
All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Easter. I invite you to stand up. We're going to start out with a song called Sunrise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have Bill Brooks today. Sunrise over the mountains, spreading God's light across the earth. Sunrise, a new day is dawning. We celebrate our spirit's rebirth. Sunrise over the mountain, throughout God's creation, life's a new dawn. Sunrise, we're one with the Spirit, no separation, we sing a new song. Sunrise over the mountains, open your heart, face to the sun. Sunrise, a new day is dawning, we're never apart, 'cause we are one. We are all one. We are all one. We are all one. All right, thank you.
Good morning, Unity, and happy Easter. Oh, it's so good to see you all here on this day when the weather's going to be better than it was yesterday, right? Is there anybody here for the very first time today? If you're comfortable, raise your hand. Welcome. We are so glad you are here. Yes. And we want to say to you, including the people who are with us online and those of you here in the sanctuary, welcome home. And we want you to know that we see you. We see your hopes, we see your dreams, we see your struggles, and we most importantly see your light. You are here in a safe place, a place that is geared towards healing, learning, growing, evolving, and having community. And we are not concerned about the color of your skin because all colors make up the spectrum of light. We are not concerned about who you love. We rejoice that you love. And we are not concerned about where you come from because wherever you are, God is. And we are so glad that you brought your God spark to share with us today. So welcome home. We are glad you are here. And for those of you joining us on social media today, if you would just put something in the chat so we can say hi to you. I see Andrea is online with us today, and I only see you if you put something in the chat. So to everybody else who's online, good morning and happy Easter. And speaking of social media, let's pull out our phones, those of you who use them, and check in with our affirmation, rising to love. Rising to love. Once you have done that, please put your phone on Do Not Disturb. But you can keep it out, and if you want to take notes during the lesson, the notes are in our app. Just go to the app, click on Sermons, click on Sunday, and then down below you will see the Easter one, Rising in Love, or it's the Power of Resurrection, that's it. And click on Take Notes, and you can take all the notes you want. And the good news is, I don't see them. They're yours. You can write whatever you want. Okay. All right, it's going to be a great service today, a great celebration. So settle in, get comfortable, and before we get going, though, Michael's going to share some information with us.
Good morning. Hi, I'm Michael Small. I'm your minister in training. So here's some announcements for April 20th, 2025. Tapping for Health and Wellness is happening today at 11:45 to 12:45. Not with Chris Ackland, but with Rob and Lisa Torilla. Rob and Lisa, could you raise your hand, please? They're right over there. Thanks. There'll be a love offering asked after the class. YFM monthly meeting will not be holding their meeting today. They will be meeting again next month because it's Easter. Town hall meeting, it will be next Sunday, April 27th after the service. So please come. And then the Christ class with Reverend Gordon Keyler is Wednesday beginning April 30th at 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. In this class, we will explore the evolution of the Christ through the Bible beginnings and how that reflects our own personal journey towards Christ consciousness. Register online. There will also be a love offering. So, Jeff, can you please come up?
Good morning, Unity!
Good morning.
My name is Jeff Siddall. I am one of your Board of Trustee members, and today is your last day to buy a ticket to our bingo extravaganza on Friday. You can still buy...
Now, hold on a minute. Hold on. Wait a second. Good morning, Unity! Good morning, Unity! Good morning! How are we doing, Unity?
Good morning.
Oh, wow! You all look so beautiful this morning. I'm so very happy to see you all. Jeff, why are you lying in church? Stop lying in church, Jeff. You're going to have to do some penance around that. We'll talk about it in the parking lot. Don't worry. Can everybody hear me, or is me yelling just enough? That works fine? Okay, wonderful. That's good either way. All right, my friends. I am so happy to be here this morning, but I came because I heard Jeff lying from the parking lot. Today is not your last day to buy tickets to our wonderful event. No. Today is the last day to buy tickets with a snack box to our event. Big universal huh? Well, I'm so glad you all resurrected yourself from the couch this morning to come to church. I had to do the same thing. Trust me, it took a long time to get like this, okay? Been spackling and painting since 5 this morning. But I came bearing some good news and some goodies. Does everybody have time for me this morning? Yes? Wonderful. So I've sent by some videos in the past couple of weeks. Do you remember them?
Yes.
Well, we're going to test how much you remember them. Inside of this basket, I have several different colored eggs, and I have several prizes that we're going to give out. We are going to test your drag bingo knowledge, everything that you learned from those videos, okay? So I'm going to try to find some of our most fabulous members. Oh, I love your hat. That is gorgeous. Hello, how are you this morning, sir? You're looking very pensive. Not used to drag queens being this close to you, are you? No, not at all. It's okay. It's all right. Would you like to pick an egg? You didn't watch any videos. Oh, well, that's a big problem, isn't it? Raise your hand if you saw the videos. Oh, wow. Jeff, we didn't get enough of them out there. We didn't put them out there enough. Hold on. Keep those hands raised high. I would love to give you a prize, but it won't do anything for you. I pinky promise. You won't know any of the answers. Oh, look, you look gorgeous in green. Would you like to pick an egg? Here you go. Pick an egg. Oh, wow. You went right for the gold one. Okay. Well, go ahead. Open it up. All right. What is your question? First of all, what's your name? Lisa. Wonderful to meet you, Lisa. What is your question, dear?
What kind of shoes are absolutely not allowed?
What kind of shoes are absolutely not allowed at Drag Queen Bingo? Lisa, do you know the answer to that question? What is it? Crocs! That's right, no Crocs. We don't wear anything that it looks like we took the trash out in. I have something for you. This is a Hello Kitty marshmallow pop, and you can keep that golden egg just to remember me, okay? All right, who else was watching the videos? Raise your hands, raise your hands. Oh, pretty in pink back here in the back. Hello, darling, how are you? Wonderful, what's your name?
Ellen.
Ellen, very nice to meet you, Ellen. Go ahead, pick an egg. Go ahead, go ahead. Here, I'll read your question to you because I realized that our last friend probably cheated because Sister Jessica wrote the answers on the questions on the cards. So, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, hold on. Let's see. What is our question? Can you name one of the tipping styles? Sparkles, incorrect. Wrong. Does anybody want to help her with a tipping style that we talked about? There were 3 of them. Oh, do you know? Okay, dollar bills, right. How do you tip the dollar bill? Can you demonstrate how you might tip a dollar bill? Use this. There you go. Go for it. Pretend somebody's up there being fabulous and give them $1. Wow, she looks so scared. I don't. Oh, look at that. That's very, very good. Very, very nice. And what's your name, darling? What's your name? Michelle, wonderful. Okay, I have to give her your prize and your egg because she kind of went there, okay? So maybe you can talk to her in the back and maybe she'll split it with you. She'll break the egg in half or something like that, huh? There you go, there's your egg. And here is your lovely little prize. You're very, very welcome. Who else was watching videos? Come on. We can do this all day. This is like catechism class. We can do this all day. You're awfully pretty. Did you watch the videos? You did? Wonderful. Pick an egg. Go for it. You never know what'll happen, huh? No. No. But you do get to tell me what your name is.
Michelle.
Michelle. Wonderful to meet you, darling. You're very, very pretty.
Michelle's.
All right, let's see. Well, what do we call first-timers at drag bingo? Be thinking about this, friends. I don't think she knows it. You don't think you know it. Do you know what they call a sister who has just entered the convent? Starts with an N. Oh, I heard it over here. What? Wait a minute. I'm really trying to give you something here. A bingo novice. Very, very good. Good job. Fabulous. Here you go. Here is a fantastic prize for you. That's some robin's eggs. Lovely. I have one more. Oh, Jeff. Oh, Jeff, we have a problem. I've run out of prizes. But I have one more question, and it's very, very, very important. So I think this is what we're going to do. Whoever can raise their hand and answer this question the best and the fastest gets 2 tickets to our show coming up. Okay? So the question is, what is the date and time of Sister Jessica's Bingo Bonanza and Drag Show Extravaganza? I should see every hand in the air. It's right behind me. Oh, my goodness. Well, who are we going to give it to? Let's see. Oh, you're pretty. Hello, what's your name?
Donna.
Donna, lovely to meet you. When is Sister Jessica's Bingo Bonanza and Drag Show Extravaganza?
Next Friday the 25th at 6 p.m.
Next Friday the 25th at 6 p.m. That's correct. You just won yourself 2 tickets to the show. Congratulations. Now, my friends, this is very, very, very important. Last thing I have to say. I know I talk a lot. Last thing that I have to say. You have up until the night of the event to buy tickets without a snack tray. Does everybody understand that? Yes. Oh, wow. None of you are Catholics? Yes, sister. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, sister.
Very, very good. I'm telling you, I was in Texas last week. They called me ma'am. I thought I was in Gunsmoke. It was ridiculous. But so you have up until today to buy tickets with a snack pack. And then you have up until the day of the event to buy tickets without one. They are online at that lovely little QR code right there. You can use your phone. I am so, so excited to see you all next Friday. I hope that you're all here. Thank you so much for your time today, and I'll see you all soon.
All right, for any detailed information regarding this event or classes or donations, please visit our website, our Facebook page, or the YouTube channel, or just call the office or check your weekly online newsletter. We'll be happy to talk to you. So with that, let's just have Pat come on up. Not Pat. Jill. Thanks, Jill. I'm still dealing with Jessica, Sister Jessica.
Good morning, everyone. If you could please, I'm sorry, a little nervous. If you could please join me in reciting our mission, vision, and core values. Let's start with the mission. We inspire spiritual growth through honoring many paths, education, prayer, sacred service, and abundant living. Our vision? Centered in love, we see a harmonious world of divine expression. Our core values? We are Christ-centered, loving, inclusive, joyous, uplifting, open-minded, and fun. And our unity credo? We believe all people are created with sacred worth. We serve all people in emotional and spiritual ways. We welcome the diversity of all. God and unity leave no one out. Now is our time for our love offering. Excuse me. There's different ways to give. You can use the Church Center app. You can give online at uscabq.org/give, and you can text 84321, or you can also give today. There we go. And our offering blessing, please join me. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
Here we go. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well, and all shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. I am walking through the green pastures, and I know that I'm not alone. The song of the meadowlark sings to my soul, tenderly calling me home. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well, and all shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. Surely goodness and mercy will follow, and love will be leading the way. Every shadow will shine in the fullness of time and bloom in the hearts of the brave. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well, and all shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well, and all shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. Thank you.
Thank you for that music. If we now could say our prosperity dedication. In a universe overflowing with the allness of God, all the needs and desires of Unity Spiritual Center and those we serve are bountifully met. From every direction, known and unknown, expected and unexpected, our abundant good is here now. Thank you, God.
All right. Thank you, Jill. It's time for a congregational song, and it's one of my favorites. Morning Has Broken. So I invite you all to stand up, and we're going to sing 3 verses. Morning has broken. 1, 2, 3. go. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first word. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the word. Sweet the rains will fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, spring in completeness, glorious and mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light, Eden shall praise with elation, praise every morning, God your creation of the new. All right. You can have a seat.
Good morning. My name is Susie Orchard, and I am your prayer chaplain for today, along with Josie Godfrey. And we will be on either side of the sanctuary to pray with you if you need a prayer. We also have prayer requests in the backs of the chairs. Thank you very much.
In this very room, there's quite enough love for one like me. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For Spirit, God's Spirit, is in this very room.
And the word of the day is new life. I celebrate new life. Easter, metaphysically understood, represents the rise of spiritual consciousness in me, my hope of glory. Today I celebrate divine love, life, and strength I use to support the resilience of my overcoming nature. Through the dynamic power and glory of Christ, innate divinity within me, I make all things new. I free myself from fear and limitation. I release them into the radiant light of my higher nature. I have a new awareness of life. My heart and soul are transformed by my understanding that nothing is impossible when I live by principle and law. My heart feels full as I embrace the power and grace of this new life. My understanding of Easter blesses me today and throughout all the seasons of renewal. I celebrate the glory of Easter, Christ, an idea that contains ideas, rising into my awareness. Life never ends. I celebrate new life.
And as we take those words in, let us go ahead and exhale. Exhale fully, releasing anything that is holding you back, any fear, doubt, or limitations. Let go. And now let us breathe in deeply. Breathe in truth, principle, and divine love. Let it rise in you as spiritual understanding, wholeness, and strength. Let us affirm together, I celebrate new life. Easter, metaphysically understood, represents the rise of spiritual consciousness in me, my hope of glory. Today I celebrate divine love, divine life, and divine strength. The sacred powers that support the resilience of my overcoming nature through the dynamic power and glory, the Christ, innate divinity within me. I make all things new. I free myself from fear and limitations. I also release them into the radiant light of my higher nature. Today, I have a new awareness of life. My heart and soul are transformed by my understanding that nothing is impossible when I live by principle and law. My heart feels full as I embrace the power and grace of this new life. My understanding of Easter blessing me today and through all seasons of renewal. I celebrate the glory of Easter, Christ, an idea that contains ideas. Rising into my awareness, life never ends. And I celebrate new life. Let us take these words into the silence, allowing them to settle into our sacred stillness of our soul. Let's do so now. Let us take another deep breath in. And as we exhale, Let us gently now return. Let us bring with us the peace and the presence, the power of this sacred time in this sacred place. We say thank you, God, for this time and the people that are here in this place. Because it is a sacred time with open hearts, with renewed spirits and awakened minds. So thank you again. As this reminder to all of us, there is plenty of love in this very room and plenty of joy to share with the entire world. And so once more, we boldly and joyfully affirm, I celebrate new life, and so it is. Amen.
In this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For Spirit, God's Spirit, is in this very room. All right, Bill Brooks is here. We haven't seen Bill on Easter for a couple of years, so thanks for coming. Here's a song called I Will Rise. There's a peace I've come to know, though my heart and flesh may fail, there's an anchor for my soul. I can say it is well. Love has overcome, and the grave is overwhelmed. The victory is won. Life is risen from the dead, and I will rise when love calls my name. No more sorrow, no more pain. I will rise on eagle's wings, full of joy. My soul will sing and rise. I will rise when the dawn is drawing near, when the darkness breaks to light and the shadows disappear, and my path is clear and bright. Love has overcome, and the grave is overwhelmed. The victory is won. Life is risen from the dead, and I will love calls my name. No more sorrow, no more pain. I will rise on eagle's wings, full of joy. My soul will sing and rise. I will rise. I will rise. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Bill, and the Soul Shine Band. They could be about sunshine, too. It's Easter sunrise, right? Well, good morning again, and happy Easter. We're here today to continue our series about living your truth unapologetically. And what is our truth? Our truth is that we are Christ's spirits, learning how to be as Jesus was, learning how to rise to a higher consciousness no matter what is going on in our lives, no matter what is going on around in the world around us. Today, we celebrate more than just a moment in history. We celebrate the power of life, the power of resurrection. But the resurrection of what? The resurrection of one person who lived 2,000 years ago. And of course, that was quite a phenomenal event. I think we can all agree, right? Yes. And it was a powerful demonstration. But we can also celebrate right here, right now, in this moment, the resurrection of divine love. It is love that lifts us up and invites us to rise again and again and again, regardless of what is going on. You know, here at Unity, we honor many paths to God. And we look at Jesus not just as a symbol of resurrection, but as a master of radical love. A love that included everybody and still includes everybody. A love that breaks down walls. A love that heals. So today, we're going to look and center ourselves on how Jesus lived rather than how he died. Most of traditional Christianity, from its very inception, which was not with Jesus, by the way, for those of you who don't know, there was no such thing as Christianity in his day. But the foundation of his teaching was loving. Loving with open arms, with open hearts, with a boldness that welcomed the forgotten, the dismissed, the outcast. And today we celebrate that this love is still alive and rising in us. You know, I believe that we are living in a moment in history where the call to rise to Christ's expression has never been greater. Good. My wife agrees with me. Not sure about the rest of you. But we find ourselves at a crossroads in human evolution, where a new manifestation of humanity is emerging. And that's wonderful, fantastic, exciting news for many of us. But for many others who cannot understand what is happening, there is a fear of losing what has been comfortable and what has been safe. And through the heart of compassion, we can understand that. We can understand, and we have all felt it in different experiences in our lives, I'm sure, that fear of losing what we have known. But if we listen, we realize that when there is great change happening, when evolution is unfolding at a faster and faster and faster rate for us as human beings, we hear the call of the Christ, and we rise to a new expression of love, an expression of resurrection. So let us speak an affirmation together as we begin this journey today. I'll say it first, and then we'll say it in each piece together. I rise into the fullness of divine love, a love that includes everyone, no exceptions. So together, I rise into the fullness of divine love. Okay. All right, let's try that again. We'll break it into smaller pieces. I rise into the fullness of divine love. A love that includes everyone. No exceptions. Very good. Pat yourselves on the back. Easter is traditionally all about the suffering of Jesus, the crucifixion and the resurrection. But that is not what the early followers of Jesus focused on. It wasn't until 400 years after Jesus was here that the focus began to shift from his teachings to the suffering and the crucifixion and all of that. There was no idea of sacrificial atonement for our sins those first 400 years. And so I've always questioned, what would Jesus really want us to remember? He would want us to remember his teachings. And he would want us to know this, I believe. Jesus didn't die for our sins. Jesus didn't die for love. He lived for love. Powerful statement. Yes, amen. He didn't seek out the powerful and the perfect. He sought out the ones who had been left out, the ones that society said did not belong. He healed people with leprosy who were considered untouchable. He shared meals with tax collectors. Oh my gosh. And sinners. You know, maybe it's appropriate that Easter falls around April 15th. He welcomed and empowered women as spiritual leaders. He spoke with Samaritans, people outside of his own people. He even praised the faith of a Roman soldier, a so-called enemy. Jesus crossed boundaries to say, you are seen, you are welcome, and you belong. And you know what? That message resonates today. And perhaps it's needed even more today than it was in his time. If Jesus were walking the earth right now, where would he go? Who would he seek out? I think we know the answer. He would walk towards people. He would walk towards LGBTQ plus people who have been told by churches they don't belong. You belong in this church. Even if you're a drag queen Catholic nun, and especially if you're a drag queen Catholic nun. He would sit with the trans teen who had been kicked out of his home. He would hug the gay man who's afraid to tell his family. He would speak love to those who feel forgotten by religion, because that's who he always sought out. The ones on the edge, the ones the temple had turned away. I recall the words of Myrtle Fillmore, who said, "We are all God's children, every one of us, and God sees only the good in us." God sees only the good in us. There's examples of this all through the Gospels. There were many more before the Gospels were changed through the centuries. But there were many examples. In Matthew 19, Jesus speaks of eunuchs, people who didn't fit traditional gender roles. Excuse me. And he said, some were born that way. He doesn't shame them. He includes them. And when a Roman centurion comes to him asking for healing for a beloved servant, some believe that that beloved servant was more than just a servant, it was his lover. Jesus didn't ask for details. He didn't question anything. He just healed. Powerful lesson right there. Charles Fillmore wrote, "The heart of humankind is the church's temple, and the spirit of truth is its only guide." That spirit speaks through compassion, not judgment. And there were others that Jesus embraced. He had a remarkable, inclusive, empowering relationship with women in his ministry, which was quite radical for his day. He consistently broke the societal norms to engage with and uplift women. He welcomed them into his circle of followers and treated them as equals. Scholars say that there is more than enough evidence to know that many of the so-called apostles were actually women. There weren't just the 12 men. And those, you can read that in the Gospels that were removed from the Bible and other writings. Take one of my classes, we'll explore them. But this was unusual in a society where women often had limited roles. And it was intentionally removed from the early texts. There were women that were part of Jesus' inner circle and had just as much influence and just as much authority as the men did. In fact, the early first century churches, first, second, and third century churches were led predominantly by priestesses. And many of the bishops were women in those days. He empowered people, all people, including women, by teaching them directly. We see that in the story of Mary, who sits at his feet, a place that would have normally only been reserved for the most respected of the men. He demonstrated honor towards women with his respect toward them in his interactions, when he defended the woman caught in adultery and healed women. And he treated them as spiritual equals, emphasizing their importance in his ministry and acknowledging their faith and their contributions. Such as when he praised the woman who anointed him with oil. These relationships were inclusive, they were empowering, they were respectful, and they set an example of equality and dignity that was revolutionary for his day and remains so even today. Likewise, when he went out and healed the lepers were considered the lowest of the low. It was believed by the Jewish people of that time that God was punishing them, and they weren't supposed to they were hardly even considered human. And yet Jesus healed them without question. He also reached out to people of other faiths. In his time, religious identity was a dividing line. Who was in, who was out, who was clean, who was unclean, who was politically correct, who was not politically correct. Sound familiar? Jesus crossed all the lines. Shown by when he healed the servant of a Roman soldier, one of the so-called enemy. But he didn't see enemies. He saw a human being. And he saw the opportunity to demonstrate what love can do. A man who represented an oppressive empire was still embraced by Jesus. He said, in fact, "Truly I tell you, I have not found anyone in all of Israel with such a great faith as this Roman centurion." He's saying that a deep spiritual insight and awareness can come from anywhere. It's not limited to certain people of a certain class. God's presence is not confined to any one group. Not one time did he ever say, "You must be the same religion as me." And when he spoke to crowds that contained people of many different religions, not just Jewish people. There's the story of the Samaritan woman at a well, where he sat down and had a conversation with her. Now, that was unusual for two reasons. One, she was a woman. Two, she was a Samaritan, almost kind of like the arch enemy of the Jewish people of the day, next to the Romans. And yet, Jesus just sat down and had a long discourse with her. He engaged her in deep conversation. He saw her value, he saw her worth, and he saw her potential. There's another story of a Samaritan one of his most famous parables, when he tells the story of the Good Samaritan, a religious outsider who is the hero of the story, one who shows mercy and truly fulfills God's law. So the message in all of this was being close to God is not about a label. It's about how we love. How we love. Jesus did not require conformity. He did not require conversion. He only responded with compassion, faith, and openness wherever and whoever appeared in front of him. And that's what Easter should remind us of. It's an opportunity to rise to this level of consciousness. It's about rising to love that cannot be held back. It's about stepping out of the tombs we have been trapped in. The whole symbolism of the Easter week is entering into a higher consciousness and then crossing out that which has held us in bondage, has held us back, has prevented us from being as Jesus was, has kept us trapped in tombs of shame, of fear, of rejection, of exclusion. It's about rolling the stones away from our own tombs and showing that Christ love for ourselves, for all others, no exceptions. No exceptions. That's a hard one. Right now, even in unity, we say, well, I don't like what so-and-so is doing out there. Yes, there are things that are happening that are not for the highest good of all people. But when we come from a place of love, we can stand in our principles, we can stand in our truth, but we can acknowledge that there is still a Christ in every single human being. That presence of God is in every single human being. And we know that what we give our energy and attention to does what? Increases. If we give in to hate, if we give our energy and our words to hate, even if it's hate of things happening that are not good, what are we doing? We're increasing the energy of hate. Jesus said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Keith talked about it last week if you were here. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. That may be one of the most powerful things he ever said. It's how we roll the stone away, and step out of the tomb. It's how we step into that higher consciousness of divine love. Eric Butterworth said, you are not just a human being trying to get along in the world. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. But remember, you are the Christ of God, and the Christ in you rises when you choose to rise. When you choose love over fear. When you choose welcome over rejection. When you choose truth over silence. Martha Smock said it so beautifully when she said, you are a child of God and there are no mistakes in God. And everyone else is a child of God and there are no mistakes in God. There is no part of you or anyone else, really, who is wrong or broken. Oh yeah, I know sometimes we don't live up to that, do we? We are human beings learning how to express the Christ. And sometimes we do it really well, and sometimes we do it really bad. But the fact is, we are whole. We are one in God. No part of us is wrong. No part of any human being is wrong or broken. Ultimately, it doesn't matter what your orientation is, your identity, your path. It's all part of the divine mosaic. And we are not here to judge. We are here to bless. We are here to say, you are holy. You are worthy. You are loved. James Dillett Freeman, many years ago, wrote a beautiful poem called I Am There. It's the only poem that is on the moon. Did you know there's a poem on the moon? Buzz Aldrin, when he went to the moon, took it up on a plaque and put it on the moon. It goes like this. And I invite you, take a breath, close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And imagine this is God speaking to you. Do you need me? I am there. You cannot see me, yet I am the light you see by. You cannot hear me, yet I speak through your voice. You cannot feel me, yet I am the power at work in your hands. I am at work, though you do not understand my ways. I am at work, though you do not understand my works. I am not strange visions. I am not mysteries. Only in absolute stillness beyond self can you know me as I am, and then, but as a feeling and a faith. Yet I am here. Yet I hear. Yet I answer. When you need me, I am here. If you deny me, I am here. Even when you feel most alone, I am here. In your fears, I am here. And in your pain, I am here. I am here when you pray and when you do not pray. I am in you, and you are in me. Only in your mind can you feel separate from me, for only in your mind are the mists of yours and mine. Yet only with your mind can you know me and experience me. So empty your heart of empty fears, for when you get yourself out of the way, I am there. You can of yourself do nothing, but I can do all, and I am in all. Though you may not see the good is there, for I am there. I am there because I have to be. I am there because I am. Only in me does the world have meaning. Only out of me does the world take form. Only because of me does the world go forward. For I am the law on which the movement of the stars and the growth of living cells are founded. And though you fail to find me, I do not fail you. Though your faith is unsure, my faith in you is evermore. Because I know you, because I love you. Beloved, I am there. As a unity community, we honor that spirit. We recognize that truth is bigger than any one path, and that all people, regardless of their tradition, regardless of how they identify, regardless of who they love, regardless of anything, carry the light of God within them. And when we follow Jesus' example, we move beyond tolerance to true spiritual inclusion. So that let this Easter be a new awakening to walking together in a spirit of openness, a spirit of curiosity, a spirit of love, honoring many paths, building bridges instead of walls. And remember, Jesus did not die for our sins, nor did he die for love. Jesus lived for love and showed us how to do the same. And we can honor him today by living for love. Happy Easter. Thank you.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we're gonna walk it out. Move mountains, we're gonna walk it out. Move mountains, and I'll rise up I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up. And I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for we will rise, all we need is hope. For that we have each other, and for that we have each other. And we will rise, oh we'll rise. Oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, high like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, we'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We will rise 1,000 times again.
Go, Brooks. Great, go.
You were walking in the light of God. 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 You were walking, 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 walking in the light of God. You were walking, 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 walking in the light of God.
Wow, good morning, everybody. Hi. You may not recognize me, but I'm Tiffany. I'm the Youth and Family Ministry Director here at Unity, and we have a fabulous group here today. Wave hi, guys. Say hi. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. So I am not the Easter bunny, although I do have some ears. I am the unicorn, cosmic unicorn, because here at Unity we get to be who we want, right? Awesome. Yes. High five. All right. So would anybody from our class like to talk about what we did today?
So today we talked about how the resurrection, like for Jesus, became into this holiday with bunnies laying eggs and hiding them, which is really weird. And we talked about how we can be who we want as long as we're not hurting people and stuff like that. So.
Tiffany said that we're all special, and I really like that because we're kids. So.
You are special. It's not just that I say it, you are. All these guys think so, right? Yeah, you are special. And we love you all just the way that you are. You're fabulous. So yeah, we had a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys saw any eggs hidden around. Did anybody find any eggs? Yeah. So I would like to just give a big thanks to Arden for putting that together. Can I get a high five or low five? High five? No. So unfortunately, when you pack all the eggs, you really want them all. So it can be kind of hard to be the Easter Bunny sometimes. But we thank you because you made it special for all of these guys in here. So if you did see an egg and you didn't pick it up because it wasn't yours, go ahead and pick it up. It's yours. You can have it. If you don't want the plastic pieces, you can leave them in the basket on your way out. You don't have to take the plastic. We'll reuse them. So yes, thank you to all the people that came together to make it magical today. One of the things that we did talk about today is being magic in every day. So we're going to be magical, right? Awesome. All right, let's hear from our youth. Who wants to talk about your guys' day?
Me. Today we did something really fun where Kelsey hid, she's in another room, where she hid a bunch of eggs for us outside, and then we had to go and find them, and someone had to direct us to it while our eyes were closed. Now, this was a really fun event, and we got candy from the eggs, but it also had an inner lesson that goes with Jesus being resurrected on this day. So for the theme of it, we were having it be like a blind faith where you have to take a leap, just know that God's going to help you out, it's going to guide you, which was our partners in this case. But yeah, we had an inner lesson, we played Easter egg hunt, and we did some bingo, which was a lot of fun.
Hey, that does sound fun. Robert, do you want to say anything today?
Happy Easter. And I haven't been talking about lately, but in 2 weeks, we will start collecting stuff for the yard sale. So it's not next week, but the week after, on May 4th, every Sunday in May, we will collect stuff for the yard sale. And then during office hours during the week, starting in May, after May 4th, Tuesday through Thursday, when the office is open from 10 to 3, we can also collect stuff then. And I'll talk more about that in the future. So thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. All right. Thank you all. Thank you for supporting our youth and our kids. And please join us in blessing our kids today.
You are a perfect child of God, and God will love you just the way you are.
And now let's stand together, say our prayer for protection, and sing our peace song. All right, gang, you ready? Everybody ready? All right. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is. Woo-wee.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. the day to walk in the light. This is the day to walk in the light. This is the day to walk in the light. Walking